Hello, Shining Lights. Welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie Green. I am a transformational hypnotist, an aromatherapist, and an intuitive. What I do here on the channel is use divine insights along with essential oils so that we can bring that spiritual and emotional information down into your everyday life to really create daily transformation. Because I believe we all need that spiritual insight grounded for us. And I do this with essential oils because they are from the earth and because they do have a really profound impact on us, both emotionally and physically. All right, so today's reading is timeless, so I do try to upload a video every week, but whatever time you find this, it is absolutely meant for you. All right, so for those of you who are regulars and already have your downloaded daily journal, you can go ahead and find your timestamp. For everybody who's new, just a couple of quick comments for you. So the way this works is I will draw Oracle, Tarot, and Aromatherapy cards, or find another way to pick an oil for you. And we're going to do a pick a card format. So you're going to be picking pile 1, 2, or 3. So if you watch weekly, I'm going to be creating some self-hypnosis for you to use with the essential oils, and you can just watch that transformation happen as you tune in weekly. All right, so like I said, if you don't already have the journal, follow the link below to go get the free download for that. You're going to be using it during today's reading, so go ahead and hit the pause button. All right, let's see. What else do I need to tell you? Okay, so I want to talk about oils for a second. The reason that they work so well emotionally and spiritually is because when you breathe them in, they go right into the limbic system in the brain. And that's a really close representation of the subconscious mind because it's where memory, beliefs, emotions, and habits are stored. And that's what we're working on when we're trying to create subconscious change, right? Okay, so some of you already have oils. If you do, that's great. If you don't, then I'm going to give you a link where you can get some. If you get them through me, you get to be a part of my VIP club where you get special periodic free readings and other things like that. Either way, I highly, highly recommend that you use only certified pure therapeutic grade oils because quality is just hugely important, and it's a tricky, tricky business in the essential oils industry. So for that reason, I'm using only the doTERRA essential oils. All right, let's see. Anything else I need to tell you? I think that's it. So the question of the day is, what is it that you are blocked on? How are you blocking yourself? And what do your guides, your angels, and your subconscious mind want you to know so that you can get unblocked? All right, so let's get to it. All right, so starting off with pile 1. Let's start with a few tarot cards. Pile number 1. What do our shining lights in pile 1 need to know about what is blocking them? All right. Okay, so I'm going to let this particular position represent the subconscious mind. So the King of Swords is telling us that possibly there is someone in your past who maybe a father figure who is maybe very analytical, maybe very severe, who affected you, deeply affected your subconscious mind, created some of that early programming that you probably are still struggling with. So maybe you're feeling judged or judgmental. You may have internalized this both towards yourself and to other people as well. All right, so the way that this is showing up for you right now is we have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess shows duality. She also shows strength of feminine energy, especially as it's spiritually or even magically considered. Also, that there is something that is hidden. She is corresponded with the moon, and also there is the veil behind her. So again, this shows something that cannot be seen, which is really kind of perfect for what we're asking about, right? That there is something that is a blind spot for you, something that you need to know. So I think, just thinking about that in the present, it could mean that you don't know what your own strength and your power is. All right, and for what the angels in particular want you to know, we have a lot of cards that really represent people here, or the energies of personalities and people. Very interesting. So we have the Queen of Wands. So this is rather similar to the High Priestess. So I like to think of this as the Good Witch card. And when I say that, what I mean is that she has the ability to transform situations and energy. She's very benevolent and she has good intentions. So I think your angels want you to know, again, that you do have more power maybe than you realize in this situation. All right, so let's get some further advice here. I'm going to pull out of the Starseed Oracle. So some of you may identify as starseeds. Some of you may not know what starseeds is, and that's okay. It's a metaphysical concept that your soul came from another galaxy or something like that, that maybe in a past life or a parallel life, or that you are just a part of that soul family. So let's see what we get here. That would be helpful. All right. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. All right, so you may be feeling a little out of sorts here on the planet. For starseeds, it's not always easy to be here. It's a bit of a jarring experience to be among the humans. I say that a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but if you relate to that, you know exactly what I mean. Okay, so let's ask what would be the most helpful for you right now. How would your angels most provide assistance for you? All right, so we have Xana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. All right, that's beautiful. We're going to put that one right up here. By the way, on your journal, you should be noting this down in the Oracle cards section. So we are asking for insight on what's blocking you, but if you have anything else in particular that you felt came to mind when you were thinking about the question or while I was shuffling, you can go ahead and note that as well. All right, now let's see what oils would be helpful for you. I'm actually going to randomly pick out of my Oils and Emotions book, which is actually now named Essential Emotions. A recent update. Okay, turmeric, the oil of restoration. That makes a lot of sense. So it is a powerful antidote for those who feel paralyzed by the inherent dangers of life. Loss of function or freedom that they once took for granted. It offers strength and hope during times of upheaval and significant change, restores one's faith in goodness. So, wow, this makes a lot of sense if you are feeling a little out of sorts just with what is going on for you or globally on the planet right now. All right, now, I want to come up with another one out of the more basic set of oils for those of you who do have the starter kits. So I'm just thinking through here. You know, I'm really feeling called to breathe and On Guard. So On Guard is great for energetic protection, and it's an immunity booster, but energetically it boosts your immune system as well. I actually do use it every time I read as well. I use it or tea tree or oregano or some of the other just energy clearing oils. So let's say On Guard is going to be our first oil. Breathe would be another alternative to that. And so if you're going to use On Guard, you're going to clear your energetic space with it. You're going to inhale it. You can put it on the soles of your feet. Breathe will be very similar. You may also pat that on your chest because it is a respiratory oil, a respiratory blend. And if you are using turmeric, I'm going to definitely recommend that you dilute it. It is a little bit tingly on the skin, and you can do that with fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil, even lotion. Use something pure, please. And I'm going to recommend that you rub this around the area of your abdomen and soles of feet. Now, turmeric does have a very spicy smell. You are welcome to diffuse it as well as On Guard and Breathe if you enjoy it. Okay? All right, and we're going to have you saying to yourself while you are doing this, the harshness of the past is behind me. I'm now safe and connected to the heavens. All right, let me jot this down here. The harshness of the past is behind me. I am now safe and connected to the heavens. Okay. So this goes at the very bottom of your sheet. So just making sure we got all the boxes covered here. You've got your oracle cards. So that was these, obviously. The oils, which was the turmeric, the On Guard, and or the Breathe. Your insights, feel free to fill that in at your leisure. And then using whichever oil you pick 2 to 3 times a day for 7 to 10 days, while saying to yourself, fill this in here at the bottom, the harshness of the past is behind. I am now safe and connected to the heavens. All right, I hope that is helpful to you. I would love to hear your comments and your likes and all of those things. All right, see you next week. All right, shining lights who chose pile number 2. First of all, grab your journal, and we are asking for insights at the very top. The journal looks like this, on what our blind spots are, what our angels and our subconscious mind wants us to know. All right, so I'm just going to further clear the energetic space here just for you. This is the On Guard spray. It's actually the hand sanitizer. And I'm going to use a little frankincense because it's also purifying to the mind, the heart. It's great for spiritual connection. Third eye, heart oil. One of the ones I really love. Okay. All right. What insight do we need for those shining lights who chose pile number 2? All right, let's start first of all. Pile number 2. What is hidden at the subconscious level that is ready to come to light? How it's manifesting for you right now, and what your angels, your guardians, and your guides want you to know. Okay, so from your deep past, you are feeling chained by fear. Maybe in the past you were oppressed, and that old feeling is still very, very prevalent in your subconscious mind, and it's really running everything in your life. So whatever it is that you are feeling bound by right now is coming from the far, far past, and it's simply been programmed into your subconscious mind. Don't worry, we know how to deal with that here. All right, how it's showing up for you now, so you have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is actually showing that you're really doing just fine. You have things together in the material world. You have a pretty good outward show, right? Like you're really doing pretty well in the world, especially pertaining to things in the physical and the material world. However, you feel a little bit stuck. Just really no motion going on there. You've done what you can do, but this thing is keeping you from getting to the next level. And so your angels and guides want you to know that there's a partnership available to you. So this is the 2 of Cups, and of course it looks like a lot like a marriage card, but often this represents partnerships of all types, often in the business world, which may be a strong connection since we did get this Knight of Pentacles here. But there is something there where both people are coming together from the heart as equal partners. So think about who that might be in your life. And all these things are going to go here in the second box, my oracle cards. Okay, let's get some more insight here. All right, messages from your angels. All right, so what do you need to know to be able to heal this? What do you need to know to be able to heal this? Shining lights in group number 2. Let's see. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions, and ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. All right, meditation and prayer, really. I'm laughing as I think about this because in some ways that's so easy, right? But as we know, prayer is something we often forget to do because we think we can do everything on our own power. And taking time to ourselves is not easy for a lot of us as well. but you're definitely being guided to know that that's the right answer for you. And as soon as I thought about oils, the first one that popped into my mind is balance. So that's one of the ones that's out of the basic starter kits, and it's a grounding oil. That's the purpose of it. So this would be perfect for you to use on a daily basis, multiple times during the day, and also when you are getting that time to yourself. So whether or not you are in that actual container of the time you're making for yourself or not, balance would be great for that. Okay, let's pull one more oil so we can get something for those of you who have more advanced oils. Okay, so I'm just gonna see what feels right. Rosemary, the oil of knowledge in transition. All right, wonderful. So, oh yeah, this is great because it teaches us that knowledge comes from a greater space than the understanding of the human mind. So again, from your guides, from the heavens, from deeper spiritual knowledge. It's also good for people who struggle with learning disabilities or who just have a hard time in school. It's great for transitions, when you have a hard time adjusting, and it teaches you to trust in a higher, more intelligent power. Just love that because that lines up perfectly with this prayer guidance that you got here. All right, I think that is all the cards we need and all the oils. So let's just get your self-hypnotic statement written here. So by the way, insights is for you to come back to after we finish getting this reading done. So, and those may come up right now, they may come up over the week as well. Okay, so you're going to use either rosemary or balance, or both is fine as well. I'm seeing you putting these, the balance on the soles of your feet, very grounding oil. Rosemary is really great around the head area because it's a brain oil. You can put it on the back of your neck. You can put it near your temples. You can put it in your shampoo or conditioner in the morning. By the way, it's great for hair growth as well. And obviously diffusing, inhaling as well. Always recommended. If the rosemary is a little too tingly for you, just dilute it. Most likely the balance won't be, but anytime oils feel a little irritating to the skin, just dilute them with coconut oil or some other carrier oil or even lotion. And by the way, the conditioner is a great way to dilute as well if you're using it that way. All right, so let's have you say to yourself, I turn over my past. Now we have the devil card here. I'm turning over the devils of my past to God and my angels. I'm turning over the devils of my past to God and my angels. I'm turning over the devils of my past to God and my angels. I am open to an equal and supportive partnership. I am open to an equal and supportive partnership. Okay, beautiful. All right, Shining Lights number 2. I hope that was helpful for you. Please give me a comment, a like, and any questions, any readings you want to see in the future, put those down in the comments as well. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye. All right, Shining Lights, who chose pile number 3. I have just cleared the space again with the On Guard spray. And now we are ready to hear what is blocking you. What is your blind spot right now that's keeping you from whatever you're trying to achieve or accomplish right now? All right, Shining Lights in group number 3. All right, we're going to start with some tarot cards. So first we have what is in your subconscious or the deep past, how it's manifesting right now, and what your angels want you to know, your angels, your guardians, however you see those things. And let's see, I'm feeling Starseed. So Starseed Oracle, if you identify as a Starseed, These are souls that come from other galaxies and are having an experience here on the planet Earth or connected to such soul groups. All right, what do we have about that? So we're in the advice section right now. All right, I'll read these all out at once. And yeah, I think this one again, messages from your angels. Oh, jumper. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, so in your far past, in your subconscious mind, because that's where a lot of your subconscious mind gets programmed, that's certainly where it all starts. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. So we have some frustration, maybe some impatience. So, you know, this being a card about Pentacles would show that maybe in your childhood you were taught about some difficulties about money. Maybe your family experienced difficulties with money, or maybe that was just a generational pattern to be worried about money, got passed down to you, and that you have to always work hard for money, and that you always have to wait longer for it than maybe you really need to. Okay? All right, how that's manifesting for you now is that you're just feeling like you're in a holding pattern. So we have the Four of Swords here. Sometimes swords show mental energy turned on oneself. Could be self-judgment, certainly could be fear. But it also may show that you're just in a bit of a downtime right now. And this may be something of your own choosing. It could be for your benefit as well. And these types of periods are definitely very, very good for doing self-reflection and working on things. All right, and then what your angels want you to know is that all is not lost. We have the Five of Cups here, and they want to acknowledge some emotional pain and sadness and grief and disappointment that you're feeling, but also want you to know that all is not lost. You still have two cups standing, and that they're there to comfort you with that. All right, let's see what we have from the Starseed deck here. All right, deep love, mother's milk, birth as portal. Wow, so that is definitely an indication that these issues are coming from your mother's line. It could even be with you as a mother, if you are a mother. Could even be with you as the mother of a creative project or a business venture or something like that. But I'm definitely, you can see in this card here, that generational aspect, like you can feel the previous generation standing behind you there. So again, from your mother's line is where this issue is coming from. All right, other advice, your angels are telling you, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. Wow, we have a lot of connection on this here. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. Wondering if that isn't one of the ancestors out of your maternal line. Please let me know if that resonated for you. I'm very curious. All right, let's see what we have in terms of oils. All right, so we're gonna pick one general one. Okay, we got adaptive. So this one happens to be in some of the starter kits. So let's see here. Adaptive is formulated to assist with anxious states. It imparts reassurance and calm when we're caught in cycles of constriction, tension, worry, solicitude, and uneasiness. When we have experienced prolonged stress or traumatic experiences, the mind-body responds by becoming hypervigilant in order to protect them from future harm. So you may be taking this time out right now just because of that. Okay, adaptive invites you to look deeper into the messages behind your emotional manifestations and examine where these reactions might be stemming from, and that's why you're here, right? Out of the maternal line, that's where they're coming from. Okay, I believe we're gonna leave it at adaptive because that is in the basic sets, and it's also a newer oil, so I think a lot of people have gotten it. It's a very popular oil, so I think we're gonna stick with that one. All right, let's create some self-hypnosis for you. So down here at the bottom of your daily ritual, adaptive, you're gonna be putting your hands, inhaling a back of the neck, and put it on your pulse points, diffuse it, really, really wonderful for that. Several times a day, 2 to 3 times a day at least, while saying to yourself, all is not lost. My ancestors support me releasing the past. All is not lost. My ancestors support me releasing the past. You know, I had a client yesterday speak to me about his family name and the curse of their family name. And that made me think about the concept of generational curses as well, whether or not you believe in them. If you do believe in them, then you can make them come true just by believing in them. And if they are true and real, you can also release them. You have the power to do that. And I love, love, love to help people release all kinds of negative generational patterns. So if that came up for you, know that this definitely is something that you have the power to clear, and just how profound and powerful that is. What an opportunity for you. All right, so using the adaptive, you're saying to yourself every time you use it, all is not lost. My ancestors support me releasing the past. All right, thank you so much, Shining Lights, who chose pile number 3. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.